Just leaving Lady Di's bed and breakfast in Damascus. It's been an awesome overnight, and the food and accommodations are epically good. I was telling Lady Di, I think we need one of these about every 50 miles on the whole trail. So impeccable food, the place is neat as a pin. Breakfast this morning was over the top, homemade fresh sourdough bread, which actually Lady Di brought up last night, and I feasted on before bed and then again this morning. And then an omelet and potatoes and I think homemade sausage. If it wasn't homemade, it was awfully good. So that's going to be it for me for Damascus. I'm going to go down and talk to a couple of the outfitters about maybe a new rain jacket. But it turns out Damascus is very, very quiet right now. Most things are closed, which I guess says I'm a little ahead of the bubble yet. I think in 2 weeks this place is going to be a mob scene, but the town is very quiet. So I thought about doing a zero, but I'm not going to because there's just no real activity that sort of makes sense. There was one restaurant open that was good, but otherwise I think I'm good to go. So off to the outfitters and then onto the trail. By the way, I did solve the mystery of the animal that I heard in the shelter night before last. It was a bobcat. I Googled the bobcat sounds and no question, that's what it was. So it was very close to the shelter when I went to bed. I think I mentioned that. But it did wander off, probably looking for love or something at this point in the year. Anyway, it didn't find it, I doubt. At least not around where I was. But good to know what those crazy noises were. Trail has been a little bit unremarkable today. It's still fantastic and really great to be out hiking, so don't get me wrong about that. Let's see what this says. Okay, well, I'm not going to any of those places, so I'm going to keep going this way. So I haven't taken a lot of video, but it was really great. That breakfast at Lady Di's, really great. It was a great stay there, and kind of, I don't know what a bed and breakfast can be. Just really great. She did laundry for me, cooked, baked bread, homemade preserves. It was just great. Anyway, enough raving about that. I left this morning, a little behind SOS. He's out here in front of me somewhere. I think Stealth is as well. Stealth is now hiking with a friend who flew out to do Virginia with him. So I think things are sort of split up a little bit. And I'm feeling good about not trying to keep up, doing more sort of at my own pace. I think it's really part of the mental game for me. I think I do better when I'm just doing things the way I want to do them. And maybe that's not something to be proud of. But that seems to be working best for me. And I think I'm still putting in good mileage, so be it. Anyway, it'll be good to bump into those guys up the trail with a little luck, or they may just outpace me and maybe I won't. It's hard to know. Oh, and here's this, what they called stagnant little pond. So there it is. I don't think I'll drink the water. It sounds like it's probably not great, but it is what they said. It's a stagnant little pond. Oh well, here we go. So this is at home. Been him today. He's booking up the trail. I think he's one of the fast guys. At least he's one of the young guys. Probably makes him a fast guy. It's an awesome pinwheel though. This is what you call a long bridge. It's the Virginia Creeper Trail, I think, underneath us, which is a bike trail, like a rail trail kind of thing. I think it goes about 35 miles. And the AT goes on this cool bridge right over the top. Or maybe, actually, you know what? I think this may be the Creeper Trail that I'm on, come to think of it. Anyway, it's cool. So I'm just finishing up the day coming out of Damascus. It was kind of a uneventful day in terms of scenery. It was a nice ramble along a river. Probably should have taken more video of that. But I'm now coming up into a grassy area, which I think will be where I'm going to stay tonight, somewhere in the trees down here. And then tomorrow, I'm heading into the Grayson Highlands. And that is an area, not sure if I've said this yet, where there are ponies that are wild. So I would expect to get a chance to see some of them, maybe interact with them. I guess I did say that before. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. I did meet up with Stealth and his friend John, who's now hiking with him. Also Machine, who's another guy that was at the 9E hostel. Anyway, seems like there's sort of a consistent group doing similar types of mileage. So be fun to see how many of those folks are all there. Hopefully I'll be one of them at Katahdin at some point. Anyway, it is supposed to rain tomorrow in the afternoon in particular. I think they said 40%, so maybe it won't. I guess that means there's a 60% chance it's not going to rain. That's how I'm going to think about it. But it should be beautiful scenery with the ponies, and I will do my best to capture lots of it. And hopefully before the rain, if there is any. I've been going through lots of these sort of turnstile fences, which are designed to keep animals in and let hikers through. But it's a little bit like a Disneyland line. Anyway, it makes sense, I guess. And I'm through. I love those signs. Can you see it? Just always makes me happy to see I'm on the right trail. All right, it's the end of the day. I'm hanging out here with Stealth, who you all know. Stealth's friend John, who just joined. This is her first hiking day.
First day.
18 miles, crazy.
18.6.
And then Machine is here. I think Machine probably had an appearance in one of the other videos along the way, but got a nice little stealth site before we head up into the highlands tomorrow. And the sun is just kind of peeking through over there. It's really turned pretty. Nice outline of the mountains and everything. I think it's gonna be a nice little place for the night. So I'm pretty psyched about that. So I met a flat earther on the trail today and was talking to him and got into a conversation about that whole thing. And I said, let me ask you, how do flat earthers travel? And he said, oh, simple, on a plane.